The Aegis. This one is the Model T. This one's also a Model T. We have D2 blade on this one. Gray stone wash G10 handle with a clutch lock. Over 3 inches, 3.21 to be exact. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer blade than that last one that we looked at. Let's see here. We have the knife. And again, for all these, you have the sticker. You have the hardware. This one includes Omega springs, wiping cloth, and paperwork. Here we go. Let's check out the knife. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, guys. So this one is kind of like a different sauce in a way. It definitely gives me a little bit more tactical vibes. We do have prow liners. These sit a little bit taller than the G10 handle itself. The G10 is nice and contour. We have a little bit of a frag pattern going on here with diagonal lines. And here we go. Deep pocket carry clip. That's reversible on the other side. Kizer, you know how to do it, right? I don't know why they didn't do it on the Phoca, but I mean, they clearly know, right? With the crossbar lock, it makes complete sense to do a reversible pocket clip. This one also has a glass breaker back there, right? Not too stabby or anything, not too uncomfortable. So for what it's worth, it doesn't protrude out too much and it doesn't really stab you all that much. So that's not bad. First impression there. We also have some goodies here on the side. We'll check that out in a moment, but let's get this blade deployed. Well, bam. Holy macaroni. I was not expecting this Tanto blade to really come out swinging like that. Check that out. D2 steel with a nice little gray stonewash coat on it. And we have one nasty Tanto blade with a dual flat grind. So this is a flat grind. This little tip right here also has a flat grind. Check that out. All right, very nice and also usable. Little corner right here. I dig that. Pokey tip. Checking out the action here. Oh man, I overshot it. let me calibrate a little bit. Here we go. Oh yeah, that is nice right there. Oof, that is good, ladies and gentlemen. That reverse flick is solid. Thumb stop deployment, good. Crossbar lock, aka clutch lock, also very nice. We have good jimping all throughout, even in the liners down here, jimping back there as well. A little bit, plenty of jimping on the liners here and on the blade there also. I mean, not to mention we have handle here for days, right? Check this out. If I grip here further up, closer to the blade, I still got plenty of handle for a 6 finger if I have one. So if you have bigger hands, this one would absolutely accommodate. And again, I can't think of anything else but, you know, again, more tactical approach for this one. It definitely feels that, you know, fulfills that role quite a bit there. Nice and comfortable, even with the pocket clip. I'm going to go solid 9.5 out of 10. And again, you can reverse it, so that's good news. There we go. Using my left hand with no dexterity, still able to get some good action. Good smooth ball bearings, by the way, right? Very, very nice and smooth. We do have a back spacer here, so that's going to be a steel back spacer, you know, along with the steel liners. Obviously a steel glass breaker. And we have this right here. Check this out. We have a thumb stud to pull out a kind of like a gut hook, right? And it even has a liner lock, so they didn't have to flex this hard, but check this out. You definitely got to zoom in for this one a tad bit, Miguel. We're looking at it from like 20,000 feet. Now let's get up and close. Like a liner lock for it here and a nice sharp gut hook on both sides to be exact. If you need to cut your fishing line or what have you, this will absolutely make some quick work out of that. Is it going to be a seat belt cutter? Well, that might be a stretch, but it could work on a scenario like that, especially because it locks. You're able to get a good grip on the handle and, you know, cut through the seat belt as such. So definitely has that potential there. I do like that it locks in place. That's a nice little bit of attention to detail. And then when you don't use it, it folds in place. The thumb stud doesn't protrude all that much, and that feels good there on hand. We have one more. Let's go ahead and check out this other one. Right here are the details. All right, it looks like we're going to be working with AEBL steel, gray stone wash, and G10 and clutch lock as well. So just under 3¼ inches on the blade, 3.21. And here we go. All right. Check it out, guys. This one's got the gray, right? The OD green. I said gray. Green. I meant green. G10 handles on this one. I mean, I gotta tell you, like, it really does feel very, very tactical. I'm not even trying to, not tactical, like actually tactical for some reason. Definitely gives me those vibes. AUBL steel. Again, the geometry is off the hook, right? They did not have to go this hard with this matte Tanto here, but they sure did. And again, you know, same deal here, glass breaker. Again, not a very pokey, stabby one like you get on some tactical knives, you know, that really just gets uncomfortable. Like this could be on my palm all day, not that big of a deal. It's also sitting nice and low. It's not in the middle. It's not up high. It's as far away from the handle as it can possibly get. Okay, so that feels good on hand. Again, it can accommodate larger hands. We also have milling on the inside for weight reduction on both sides. So it doesn't need to be heavier than it already is. And let's get you a closer look here. Right, and then just put them side by side. Right, you guys can check them out here. Which one's more your sauce? The black one, the green one. So this one has D2 steel, again the blacked out one, AEBL steel on this one. And according to the paperwork, there's also AEBL steel, one with kind of like an orange handle as well. That one has serrations. And I had a feeling that the design looked familiar, and also did the name. This is the OG Aegis. It is an ASO design, and these dropped, I want to say, last year, or maybe January, maybe a month or two ago. And these are not the T, just Aegis, and these are the Aegis T. You can see the size difference, right? These are going to be a little bit smaller. That one has a copper blade. This one has a stonewash D2 blade and more of a khaki looking G10 handle. These are pretty grippy, but they don't have the frag pattern going on there. And of course, different in size, less tactical. They do have, and I do like the little pull tabs here for, you can either have some tweezers, or you could have, on the opposite side, you have the toothpick. So they do have that, which Kizer has implemented on a lot of their models. The pocket carry clip, reversible. Again, OG Aegis, these two versus the new ones here, the Aegis T. And hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Again, I like that the fact that they made it bigger for other people who like bigger knives out there. This one looks way more tactical, especially with the gut hook that we looked at, glass breaker, way more jimping throughout. Absolutely very nice. And they did give you a reversible pocket clip for lefties out there. So clutch lock all the way, whether you go with the smaller counterpart or the new, larger, more tactical Aegis T. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.